Okay, by the way, to explain you what happened on the flight, I'm not sure if this is completely correct, how they said, but this is how I remember it at least. So this has been in the airplane, and this was the business class. The business class usually consists in this type of airplane of 5 rows, with each row having 6 seats like this. Okay, so I was sitting here in the back row. This was a quite good place because I could oversee all the other seats quite well from this place. And yeah, so I wasn't, by the way, I wasn't sure if they will be on this flight, but some people on Twitter told me, so I took the gamble. I took the flight. It was kind of expensive, but whatever. Went to Japan, came back to Korea, and yeah, tried to get the same flight as them back to Korea. Anyway, this guy was the manager who did the Instagram story. Okay, this guy was the this red dot here. This was the guy who did the Instagram story and pretended it was one of the member. And this seat here was empty. What he did was he changed seats to this seat, made a picture of the window to pretend it was a member, because usually members sit on the window. That's why he took a picture of the window and from this seat here. And then yeah, he tried to portray it as if Nayeon would have been the person who yeah, who told me to leave. This was, by the way, before the airplane even started. This was before I even confessed and stuff. Back then I wasn't quite sure if this was a manager or not. I just happened to sit here, and I also saw that he switched seats and did this photo and stuff. I didn't realize exactly when back then, but he also started filming me. And when he started filming me, I realized, okay, this guy kind of knows me, but I had no idea if this was a manager or not. Anyway, then there was another manager. I knew that it was another manager because this type of guy I knew from his face. And I saw Jaeyoung sitting here. I'm not sure about Jui, but I think she sat here. I saw Chongyeon sitting here. I'm pretty sure about Chongyeon here. And then Nayeon, I didn't know that Nayeon was sitting here, but I could hear her laughing. So when she laughed a lot, I realized, okay, she had to sit here. And I think Momo was sitting here. I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, so during mid-flight, I stood up and took my letters out, and I didn't even took the gift out yet, just the letters. Then I stood up calmly, walked to Chongyeon and Nayeon, and walked there, and then I asked calmly Nayeon here, when I was standing here. By the way, they were kind of sleeping. I asked, hey Nayeon, can you read my letters in Korean, by the way? And I didn't even say the first word. Like, when I said the first word already, both managers, especially this one here, rushed to me and jumped on me, and they really attacked me. And then the other grabbed me as well, and they really, like, physically attacked me. And I then told them, like, don't touch me, don't touch me, don't touch me. And then they pressed me here towards my seat again, and they stood here like a barrier. And then I told to Nayeon 사랑해, and 편지를 읽어주세요, also things like, please read the letter, 제발, und dann also bitte, dass sie auf jeden Fall den Brief liest und so, und habe versucht dann irgendwie klar zu machen, dass ich es liebe. Und yeah, there has been a misunderstanding, but the two managers who built a barrier here have been really loud and said, like, no, they tried really hard to over sound the things I wanted to say, so that I couldn't talk to Nayeon. And the flight assistants, a lot of them came and they scolded the managers. They said, stop being so loud, like to those people, stop being so loud. And the managers kept being loud, and then the flight assistant came again and said, if you keep being so loud, we will call the police on you. And then the manager was like, oh, and then he tried to explain himself in Korean, because he was like, oh yeah, why do you want to call the police on me and stuff. Anyway, and then they sit here and stuff, and I ask the managers, have you never been in love? Like, why are you doing this? Can't I just talk with Nayeon properly? And they constantly like, no, what you're doing is illegal, you're stalking. So no, stalker Anida, I'm not a stalker, there's a misunderstanding and stuff. And when this happened, they kinda pretended to sleep. Like, I'm pretty sure they did not sleep anymore because it was very loud, and they probably woke up. I think Momo realized most of the situation. I saw Chui here looking sometimes to me. Cheon kind of ignored everything, and yeah, so then the managers also came to me and said, yeah, by the way, we will call the police and stuff. And I was like, wait, no, I am the one who is going to call the police, because you are the ones who physically attacked me, and I did nothing wrong. I just am trying to confess my love to Nayeon. And I think other members said also here. I don't know which members said here, but yeah, this was the whole situation. Like, I stood up calmly, tried to talk to her, and then managers instantly jumped on me, completely unnecessary. And she was kind of sleeping and stuff, and yeah, it was just a complete joke, by the way. It was like kindergarten from them. Like, it really felt like a kindergarten from the managers. But yeah, this is kind of the story from the flight. And as I said earlier, the manager here, this guy who also attacked me, was the guy who made this Instagram story pretending it was Nayeon. But yeah, they are really trying hard to put me in a bad spotlight. And I mentioned this in my other update video as well. JYP Entertainment did actually a like public announcement where they pretended that I or rather Nayeon would have, in the presence of a police officer, talked with me, which is completely untrue. 2 or 3 weeks ago, I talked with the one manager guy that not this one, but like a JYP Entertainment manager that I talked with like the first time, and the second time he yelled at me with police officers, and he said, I will be now a legal entity for Nayeon and speak for Nayeon, and I tell you to leave JYP Entertainment now. So this is probably what they're referring to, like that he claimed to be Nayeon's legal entity. Maybe they can do that due to the contract, but Nayeon never talked to me. And here's the thing, if Nayeon tells me, hey, I don't want a relationship right now, or hey, I appreciate what you did, Josh, but please go back to Germany, I of course would go back to Germany. I'm not a stalker, I'm not someone who's trying to bother her. I love her and I want her to feel happy. And yeah, it's quite sad how JYP Entertainment and the managers are not only being extremely disrespectful to me, but also trying to portray me as the bad guy. And a lot of people, especially in Korea now, because they did their statement in Korea as well, they have the complete wrong idea about me and about the situation, and they get a lot of hate. And I don't know what Nayeon has heard of me, but the fact that Nayeon and Jonghyun pretended to keep sleeping while this all happened kind of showed me that Nayeon has heard a lot of fake news. But it also, to be honest, I'm a little bit disappointed of Nayeon, because she could have stood up and scolded the managers. She could have protected me from the managers. She could have come to the managers and told them stop, and she could have gone easily to me and talked with me to talk things out. So I'm quite disappointed, and it kind of wants me to go back to Germany, to be honest, because I'm not sure if she was just really tired. Maybe she was just extremely tired because they didn't sleep. I don't think they slept much. But if she was really awake and really, like, I feel like she could have really helped me out here, and she didn't. So that's also kind of a sign that maybe after all she doesn't like me. And if that's true, then I will go back to Germany. But I'm not sure yet. I kind of wish I knew already, but yeah, it made it really look like she doesn't give yeah, like she had wrong information about me and just doesn't like me at all. And if that's true, then she can actually, you know, she doesn't deserve me. She can go do whatever she wants. I don't care. I'm kind of pissed actually that she didn't help here, because I'm quite sure. And also my letters, I stood here and I threw my letters to her when the managers attacked me, because I was scared the managers will take my letters away from her. She kind of had the option here to read the letters or to take the letters with her. I have no idea if she did it. I have no idea if she read my letters or if she took them with her. But yeah, so far I have not gotten any feedback from her and or other members. I mean, Momo sometimes looked at me, and Chewy as well, after the things what happened. I think they looked kind of worried about me, because I was kind of crying here, and Chewy and Momo, they saw me crying. Jonghyun didn't really care much. I don't think Chaeyoung cared much either, but Chewy and Momo kind of looked at me, as far as I know, and they saw that I was kind of sad, and that what the managers did was just wrong, honestly. Like, that they jumped on me like this, and I was just calmly trying to be nice, give her my stuff, and yeah, so that's the update to the airplane. And as I said, some people on Twitter taught me the flight numbers, and yeah, that's pretty much, there's no secret to it. It's not like I bought information stuff. I usually never buy any information, because people can either help me for free or they can get the fuck off. That's quite my mentality. But yeah, so this is the whole situation, and I hope that I answered a lot of questions with this situation. I hope that people realize that JYP Entertainment is actually trying to make me look extremely bad with everything they do, and I hope people realize that I'm not a stalker, and that I'm not obsessed with Nayeon. This is also, I think I love Nayeon. I want her to be happy, and if she doesn't love me, then if this is really true, I mean, she could just talk to me. She could just tell me that with her own words, but so far I'm really not 100% sure what she thinks about me, since she kind of kept sleeping. Maybe she doesn't want any stress with the managers. Maybe she kind of gets blackmailed by JYP Entertainment or stuff like this. I'm not sure. I'm not quite sure what is going on in her head right now. But yeah, maybe she really doesn't want to have anything to do with me. But then it would be really weird that she just that she never told me this, or she never even told this to their managers. I asked the managers, wait, did Nayeon even in JYP Entertainment, like, did Nayeon say this? Did Nayeon say she doesn't want to be with me? They always said she most likely has no interest in you. Most likely has no interest in you. Like, I could tell that she clearly never told them, like, yeah, I don't want to have anything to do with this Joshua or something like this. So because they always were yeah, like, this is going on for such a long time, she most likely doesn't want to have anything to do with you. And I was like, what do you mean with most likely? So she never told you? Like, and they were like, oh, she doesn't have to tell it, she can't just ignore you, that should be enough information and stuff. And I was like, but why would she ignore me? She could just tell me that she doesn't want me, then I would go back to Germany. We are both adults, we can talk about it. And they were like, yeah, no, she doesn't have to. And I was like, but how am I supposed to know? How am I supposed to know anything? Like, what the fuck? It's just, maybe it's a cultural difference, I don't know what it is, but usually, I mean, in Germany, we are smart enough to talk about things that need to get talked about. And yeah, so I don't know what the current, what's going on in her head right now. I'm not sure what the other members think about it, but I think a lot of members are more on my side regarding the situation, because they saw that I'm a nice guy and the managers attacked me, and that it was completely wrong from the managers. But yeah, so I don't want to make this video too long, but this is, hope I answered all the questions about the flight, and yeah, we'll see what the next days will bring.